Hello, and welcome back to the Calyx Embrujado, our four-part series in this wonderful anthology series of Call of Cthulhu. I'm Aliza Pearl, your keeper of arcane lore, and we are cracking into the third chapter of this story tonight. Before we do, of course, I'm just going to say my little spiel, which is welcome. This takes place in 1940s Puerto Rico. I haven't said this before, although I will say it now. A lot of this is inspired by and lifted from actual historical and cultural references, but with lots of embellishment and fiction. So know that you are learning about the culture, but also seeing a horror story told in that setting. And I also need to shit talk H.P. Lovecraft himself because I never want people to think that I or my players or anyone endorses his virulent racism, because we don't. Also, fuck him. But thank you to Chaosium. Thank you to all the amazing Call of Cthulhu creators and writers and storytellers. That's the word I was searching for, who have contributed to this wonderful work over time and helped us distance from the terrible legacy of that one person. And with that, I would love to introduce my cast to you.
Well said.
Thank you. So I always forget to have my Twitch window open when I do the intro, but I think it's always the same order, right? Everyone's going to be sitting in the same order each week.
I think.
Okay, so
Alicia is next to you, Cynthia is below you, and I'm catty corner, depending on what, or kitty corner people
Kitty
say
corner.
if you're not from the Midwest.
kitty corner. I didn't know that was a Midwest. Catty corner is a Midwest version of kitty corner.
Yeah. I think yours is weird.
They both are weird terms, to be honest. But yes, Alicia, please introduce yourself.
Okay, everybody. I am Alicia Marie, and I'm Alicia Marie Body on all socials. And in this amazing Call of Cthulhu module, I will be playing Holiday Shoe. She is a former librarian who lives in Vermont, and she lost her job as a librarian, and that's a long story. And now she is a investigative paranormal expert, I guess, sort of. And she is paired up with these two amazing compadres. And they're right now in Puerto Rico trying to solve this puzzle.
Thank you very much, Alicia. And Becca Scott.
Hello, I'm Becca Scott. This is my channel. Welcome. I appreciate all of you being here. And tonight, I'll be Bren Wilder, part 3. Get ready. Hold on to your knickers. No, knickers are not a word that you say down under. Shrimp, Barbie. All right.
Pantaloons? What do they say? What do they call pants then?
Yeah, your pants. Your pants. Call them pants.
Pants.
That's right.
Your short pants.
Hold on
I feel
to
like
your
say short pants.
Hold on to your short pants. Because this team of investigators is strongest in that they are so very complementary, let's say, because they are wildly different. Wilder. Anyway, I think that we're going to get to the bottom of the case, like, right now. We're so close. We're one shot of rum away from understanding what's happening here. And excited to play. Thanks for being here, Aliza. Let me shout out Chaosium real quick, our sponsor. Thanks to Chaosium. If you want to use our affiliate code, use Calyx S3 at checkout for 10% off. That's
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Everyone check out Chaosium and use that code. Get some lovely little discounts on some lovely little things. And finally, but not least at all, Cynthia, please tell us who you are and who you're playing.
Hey y'all, I am Cynthia Marie. You guys can find me on Twitter at CynDancer or Instagram Cynthia__Marie. Tonight I am playing Rosita Fernanda Morado, the very charismatic photographer who has recently just saw a terrifying shadow on the wall that might represent, I don't know, maybe a conquistador or tentacles. Either way, it's bad.
Sounds bad to me. And with that, we will begin session 3 of the Calyx Embrujado. But first, we'll do a quick recap of session 2. Sorry, so anticlimactic.
I liked it.
Thank you. A little bait and switch there, not on purpose. So in session 2, we started with resolving this strange wave that was out on the ocean. Clarín, the singer of the band at the hotel, and the sister of someone who is named Juana, former chef, now deceased. Clarín was exhibiting some strange behavior in regards to the ocean and this particular wave. Our investigators, one of whom lost a little sanity over this, looked out at the ocean at what Clarín was looking at, and they saw a wave that was in the form of some type of tentacled being. It looked humongous, and it was rushing at them with such speed and veracity. It was unsettling. Clarín held her own, made some type of hand motions, and the wave safely dispelled and just crashed across the wall of the terrace. No harm done. The investigators, of course, were curious about this, and Rosita in particular pursued Clarín and succeeded in talking to her and finding out a lot of information. But before leaving the hotel to go do some more investigating around the grounds, there was a comment that I wanted to remind you of, because it's only important because it'll be referenced again in this session. It's not important, maybe. But one of the investigators, mentioned a shark and asked maybe that thing in the ocean was a shark, which, by the way, no one else at the restaurant seemed to notice or know that something had happened. But I think maybe it was Bryn, maybe it was Holiday. Someone referenced a shark. And Carmen, your tour guide of sorts, who brought you here, said, "Oh, it's funny you mention a shark because the band has a great song about one." Wink, wink. So moving right along in this recap, the investigators continued to look around the hotel while the restaurant was in full swing and the band was still playing. Rosita had also made plans with Clarín to come up to her room for a nightcap and to discuss what they mutually saw and compare notes. In the kitchen, you all talked to Frank, a sous chef, and he shared some details with you. He told you that Juana's heart had given out. She looked pale and weak one day, and then she passed away a couple of days later. And this was almost exactly a year to the day ago. He also found something or grabbed something from Juana's kitchen station. It was a small wooden beaded bracelet with some markings on it. Rosita, you put the bracelet on and you felt some type of protective power. And then, Rosita, you were back in the lobby, looking again, taking a closer look at those framed pictures, particularly the ones of the locals on the beach wearing all white and dancing, and the illustration of the Taínos grinding yuca or cassava, their sacred food, and assembling food items in banana leaves. You found some really interesting information, more details. You discovered that the dancers in the first picture were standing in some type of diamond formation that resembled a very simplified fish with those sharp angles of diamond. And then in the illustration of the Taínos, you noticed that the Taína who was smashing yuca was wearing a bracelet. And moments later, you would find out from your fellow investigators that an identical bracelet was found in the kitchen at Juana's station. And that's when you put it on. Bryn, you also noticed something when you took a look at the picture of the Taínos. You noticed a very strong resemblance between Clarín, the singer, and the Taína mashing yuca. And you also noticed in the picture of the dancers a strong resemblance with one of the dancers as well. And so, later on that night, you all meet with the band in Rosita's room. Clarín had brought the whole band, and while Holiday and Bryn were entertaining the band, Bryn was teaching them Australian drinking songs. Holiday listened in on a conversation between Rosita and Clarín on the balcony. Rosita, you rolled well on your second intimidate roll, and you got Clarín to reveal some more things about what was going on. Clarín revealed that she and her sister are the last of a line of protectors against whatever that thing is in the sea. She doesn't even know what it is because they've never had to face it. This has always worked, this thing that they do. Holiday, later that night, after you all said goodnight to the band, after many shots of rum, you spun a theory saying you think Juana is not dead. You think the monster is a soul collector. People were considering that theory. You all also discussed returning the bracelet to Clarín if she survives. And while you were developing your photos in the bathroom, Rosita, you see a shadow on the wall. It starts as what you correctly deciphered to be the rounded and tri-cornered hat of a conquistador, but it kind of melts into a tentacled monstrosity. You rolled sanity and lost 3 points of sanity. Clutching the bracelet, you could feel its power waning, feeling like it wasn't enough. And that's where we pick back up in our story. Rosita, you clutch that bracelet and you stare at this shadow on the wall, this monstrosity melding. You almost feel the darkness start to become, rather than two-dimensional, three-dimensional, as it strains against the confines of the flat wall and comes towards you, just tries by millimeters, by centimeters, tries to lift itself off of the wall.
Is there a vase or anything near me real quick?
You're in a bathroom, so there's garbage cans, there's a shower curtain, there's probably some type of toothbrush holder.
I'm gonna just pick up the garbage can, I'm gonna throw it at the wall, and I'm gonna try to turn the lights on.
Okay, great. Let's see what type of roll this will be. Oh, good. Unarmed?
Yeah, unarmed.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do unarmed.
Like, I actually haven't rolled this one before in a while.
Hmm.
Becca, help me. What am I rolling here?
It's your fighting brawl, which you have a default of 25% in.
Thank you very much.
You have a pretty good brawl.
Yes, good.
There it is. There it is. So not great. I got a 45. So wow. That's right on. That's right on.
Right on. Yep. You just
Amazing.
Okay. Yeah. That garbage can made of metal, you just throw it with all your might at the wall, at this shadow. And you don't even see what happens. You turn around, turn on the lights, and when you turn back, the shadow is gone.
Okay, that's just too much rum.
What's going on? I heard a large metal object rattle around in there. You all right, Rosita?
It was, well, come in here. Come in here. I turned the lights on. Did I ruin the exposure of my pictures by turning the lights on?
Not knowing how that works, honestly, I'm gonna say just the one
I can tell you
in the pan, maybe. Oh, thank you. Yes, tell us.
Okay, so there's like the developer and the stop bath. Oh, there's 3 baths. I forget what one of them's for. Yeah. But if you had already hung something up, it has already been through the stop bath that stopped the developer chemicals. So anything already hung up was fine. So if some were still in the pan, they're probably ruined unless they were in the final pan in the stop bath.
Yes. Thank you very much. I had guessed correctly, but I'm glad to hear
I won my high school photography award for developing photos, which I recently found and were terrible.
Nice. So I'm going to say I'm happy to collaborate with you and say that you were putting that last photo, because that was the one of the monster, the water thing, let's say that was in the stop bath when this happened. So it was safe.
Okay. I'm gonna hurry up and like hang that one up, let it dry, open the door, very wide-eyed. Again, I don't know if I truly believe what's going on. I think maybe I drank too much wine or rum, sorry, but there was a shape on the wall with a tricorn hat, similar to what you would probably call like one of those conquerors of sorts. And then it turned into this tentacle shape, kind of similar to what we saw perhaps in the ocean.
You're being very cool about the fact that you definitely just saw something supernatural.
I agree completely.
I'm glad you guys say that because, and she like basically faints.
I catch her. I go to catch her.
Can somebody get some water? Someone, I need. What is it? I would like to run out and get like a glass of water and run back in and hand it to Bryn.
I succeeded on a strength check because I wanted to see if I could catch her.
Oh, great. Okay. So you catch, yes, Bryn catches you, and Holiday, you rush it back in with a glass of water.
Wait, why'd you leave the room? The sink's in the room that we're in. That's all right. Just give her the water.
Okay, there we go. I mean,
Wake up, dearie.
Should we put the water on her face?
Yeah, just splash it on her.
Okay.
Gosh, why does she look so elegant when she's passed out? When I pass out, I don't look like that at all.
Oh, the vapors.
Have the vapors receded, Rosa?
Excuse me, why am I all wet?
Took a bath.
Yeah.
In my clothes?
You were really scared by that thing you saw. You said it looked like a conqueror, like one of those conquistadors. Do you think that's...
Why would I say such a thing? Why would I say that?
Why wouldn't you?
Oh, the thing on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
You scared me for a minute, Rose. I thought maybe you were like possessed and we had to exercise you.
How much did you have to drink? And just asking for no particular reason. I do definitely believe you saw this thing.
I had a lot to drink.
Okay, so should we take that into account, or is this a real thing?
No, I'm very sure I saw this, though, now that I'm remembering it all again. It was the hat and the cravat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a detailed shadow.
Well, I mean,
buttons.
when you see the profile, it kind of juts out here. It's kind of...
Yeah, or gout. Could be gout. Never mind. No, it's probably a cravat. Gout's a nasty thing.
Just turned into like tentacles again.
Did he say anything to you? Gesture anything. Make any facial expressions whatsoever.
I threw a trash can at it. What do you think happened?
Do you feel like it was about to attack?
I know that I clutched onto the bracelet, and for a split moment I thought that it would protect me, but it wasn't enough.
I wonder if our friend Juana experienced something similar.
It's potential.
And by friend, I mean like theoretically. She'd probably be our friend, but she's dead. We'll never know.
The pictures. I think I'm gonna go back to the pictures. I know that they're not fully developed, but can we start seeing what the creature might have kind of started looking like through the lens?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
does it match what I saw in the shadows?
So the shadow, you just saw the outside. It looked like kind of a heap of something. Like,
oh,
yeah, you could just see the outline because it was a shadow. So like the silhouette, basically.
Okay.
But yes, you did see those like tentacles on the sides coming off. And yes, this object, this thing, the wave took the shape of, also has that type of like outer.
I'm starting...
No, they say it looks a lot like the picture, but what? Go on, Bern.
I'm starting to develop a plan here, I think. We need a boat. But not just any boat. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
We're gonna take a boat and sail out there and try to find something, Bryn?
I don't know. Sounds dangerous. But also, if this thing is really a monster of the sea, should we kill it?
Or should we do something? I wish we could save it or something. Or I don't mean save it as in like save its life. I mean capture it and use it for our studies.
Oh.
Perhaps that's not prudent.
So
Holiday, that is downright scientific and a little bit perverted. I love the way your mind works. Trap it, keep it in a cage, bring it back to America with us.
We need to do a little bit more research, I'm gonna be honest with you. Because when I was looking at the pictures, there was a symbol that all the dancers were in, and it looked like a crude fish. Maybe not just a fish, but I'm trying to think what's some sort of vicious fish that would be in the sea that potentially could attack something.
Well, if my plan's to work, I just remembered the thing was about 15, 20 meters tall. So we might need the whole village to help with this. It's going to be a really, really big boat.
Okay, how about you procure a boat?
Just a plan. I mean, we don't have to do it right now. It's very late. I'm very drunk.
I
Perhaps we
really
should wait
want
till
to
morning
do
then.
some research on some of the more vicious marine life here. I'm thinking, Keeper, shapes on the bracelet. Do any of them resemble a shark?
Go ahead and read.
Ow.
Let's see what this would be. I don't know. I'm sounding Australian. Let's see.
It's
what
fun.
this- Oh, well, who has Natural World? Bryn.
Well, that'd be Bryn Wilder. It's really the one thing she remembered to get.
I think if you consult with your Natural World person, and she can see what she wants.
A 2!
So I'll say that Rosita keeps going on about vicious fish, but can't remember, and she keeps like waving the bracelet wildly.
Well, we've got a nurse shark, a nursery shark. There's a tuba shark, the rough shark. There's also piranhas. And then we've got the tree climbing shark. I know them all.
And Bryn, as you list off all these sharks, she's waving the bracelet, and again, it catches your eye, that diamond shape.
Hold on.
The diamond may not be a diamond, but that top point is a dorsal fin.
Yeah, that's a shark. Only sharks have dorsals. In this
shape.
area.
This shape. You're saying that this is a shark.
I think it's representative of one, not necessarily like that is a shark.
Because it's the same shape that was in the picture.
That's fascinating.
So whatever is protecting, or the great protector lineage, has some ties to perhaps some shark that we should be aware of.
Maybe there's both good and bad in this sea.
But I just...
Well, should we have another drink?
I think I like your idea of trying to find out some of the predators that exist in the waters here. I may have to do that tonight while you're asleep or taking a bath or whatever.
So, but we should also try to make the connection between the Vigilante masks and the shark situation. And it might not be exactly what you think, Holiday. We might be looking at superstition. Not that I believe in superstition, but superstition about these sharks.
Superstition
they
is
represent.
literally all I believe in. Keeper, on my 2, my extreme success, is there anything else about the type of sea creatures in this area that I could impart to my friends?
Yeah, you would know that yes, sharks, there are sharks absolutely out here in these waters. And let me think for a second.
I'll sing my
Well,
drinking song. No.
Here, I'll tell you this. You remember the remark so I think it was you in the chat we figured out at dinner earlier tonight when you mentioned a shark. Carmen said there's a song about a shark that the band plays.
An adult shark.
And so you kind of remember that in this moment.
We've got to hear the song from your friend, Clarine. Is it too late to wake her up? Or maybe we should try in the morning?
No, let's do it now. Time is of essence. Let's wake her up. Get her up off the ground. Let's go.
That's so rude to wake somebody up in the middle of the night. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you two
The only
seem...
people that I know who are
Actually,
awake at this time.
she's definitely still awake. The party was raging when they left this room. I mean, just an assumption.
Let's go. Can we run out of the room like the three witches? Like,
Come on. Yeah, let's search the bar of the hotel, see if they brought the after party back there.
If I'm going out again, I have to change my outfit. They've already seen me in this.
It's the same night. That's logical. It's weirder if you change.
Side note, if anybody knows anything about Puerto Ricans, we literally like have a different outfit for literally every hour. Not gonna lie.
All right, hurry up.
Change,
Holiday and I are waiting in the hall.
Change my outfit and put something else on, like nice little silk outfit, and kind of run out.
You look incredible.
That's nice.
Wow.
Is that a ball gown?
It's not a ball gown. I have that for later.
It's like a sleeping gown.
It's actually a silk 2-piece pink, like rose pink suit.
God. Is that PK? It's gorgeous.
That's your 3 a.m. wear. Got it. Let's go to the bar.
We're talking about clothing.
Okay. So you head down towards the restaurant and the bar downstairs. And on your way down, I'm actually going to have you whoever would like to do a listen roll.
That is my jam.
Not me.
Yes.
Surprisingly, I'm pretty good at this as well. Succeed.
All right.
Fail. 65.
Bryn, walking down the stairs, you notice two things that you're not hearing much. It seems like the party has actually died down downstairs in the restaurant and bar area. But you hear stuff outside coming from the cobblestone street, like maybe another nearby establishment that's on and popping. You hear...
Hold on. I can sniff out an after party like nobody's business. Out through the front door.
Okay, so the three of you head down the stairs and straight out the front door. You actually see that Vejigante mask sitting in the bushes and looks unperturbed. Seems like they just left it there to water the trees while it was watering. It's
Can I check and see if it's still spilling water?
Sure.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah.
Just spot hidden.
Does Rosita still have the bracelet?
Fail.
He still does. Okay.
Believe so. Yep. So yes, she had it on in the bathroom. So yeah. And how did your spot hidden go?
Not good.
Okay. Yeah, it looks fine. Doesn't look like it's seeping any water that you can tell.
Why would they leave it out here, though? I mean...
Personally, like, I get it. It's nice colors, but it's a little freaky to me. I might leave it outside especially when it's pouring water like that.
They're just probably air drying it. It's fine.
Should we take it?
No, no.
All right, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Sorry. I'm ahead of myself. Sticky fingers, too. Just kidding.
Let's just go to the party like we were naturally invited.
Should we burn the party down? Just kidding. That's my holiday impression.
How did I ever become... You know what? Never mind. Let's go.
Okay, so you all follow the sounds of the party, Bryn leading the way. And sure enough, couple of blocks away, your hearing's very good because just around the corner, like a block and then a turn and then, oh, wow, hi, sorry.
Right here. Whoa, right in our faces.
It's right there. But yes, a block, a turn, and then another half a block. There is a small bar that is open and people are kind of spilled out onto the street. And go ahead and roll spot hidden, whoever would like to.
Yeah, definitely.
Roll. Why not?
Ooh,
I failed. I don't see anything.
I did an extreme success.
I thought I did, but I rolled zeros on all the dice, which equals 100, which is a critical failure. So whatever I was looking for, I go blind.
I'm gonna say you actually, you spot a rat right before it runs right at your feet.
A friend! Yes, you're perfect for my pie! I pull out my hunting knife and I run towards it.
We've lost Bryn.
Where did the rat? Do I see where the rat came from?
It
just came from somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. That was disgusting.
But who succeeded
on?
on that? Someone succeeded on that.
I did.
Yes, you got an extreme success. So despite this distraction of the rat running at Bryn, you have spotted some familiar faces in the crowd, even from this distance, like maybe 30 feet away. You recognize Cusito and Maya. Maya's the percussionist. Cusito is the piano player.
The pianist.
Yeah. That.
Holiday would like to lean over to the Rosita and say, I think some of your people are here. Do you see who I see?
My people. Oh, I see. Yes. Where's Bryn?
I come out from
think she's
behind the
a
alley.
rat.
Can I have the rat on a hunting knife?
No,
Oh
put
my
it away,
God.
Sabrina, no.
Yes. Yes. You do.
Does anyone have a bag, like a knapsack? Could you keep this for me?
No, I don't know.
Casito! Do you have something I can put this in?
The garbage receptacle over there.
No, this is good meat.
Take it over there.
This is ridiculous. You know what?
I've put it in my pocket.
I'm gonna go inside and find you a bag, okay, Bryn?
Oh, too late.
In
Bryn,
that
did you
case,
put it
I'm
in your
gonna
pocket?
I did.
I'm gonna make a beeline for Clarine and just be like, totally like, what? Like,
Okay. Yep, you get into the crowd. You see Cusito and Maya too. And further into the bar, you do see Clarine.
Ooh.
Okay. And then do the two of you follow behind Rosita?
Yeah, I grabbed Bray by there and said, get in here. Wait,
I try to catch up with Cusito because we had been drinking together earlier, and then I kind of like pulled by the collar backwards. We'll talk later.
Hey, good to see you. Australian. Yeah.
I'm gonna cook you up a nice fat rat.
What?
You'll
I
see.
didn't hear you. Never mind.
Do you like pie?
it tastes like chicken.
I like pie. Okay. So, yeah, Rosita, you happen upon Clarine just leaning against the bar, holding a rocks glass, sipping some dark rum, talking to a handsome gentleman.
is her drink almost gone?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to order a Cuba Libre from the bartender.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I'm just gonna slide it over to her ever so gingerly.
Okay. She sees the drink and looks up, sees you standing maybe behind the gentleman, probably.
Kind of
And she
mimicking
says-
her same body language.
Mm-hmm. And she says, she puts her hand on his lapel and says, "Will you excuse me, please? I'll talk to you later." And he goes. And now you're standing just probably a few feet from Claudine at the bar.
So I know we said good night earlier, but I suppose I wasn't ready for a good night yet. Have time to take a walk and talk.
Sure.
You might want to grab that drink while you're at it.
Oh, I will take this with me.
As Rosita walks by, I whisper, "Make us sing the song about the shark."
I'm working on
Okay,
it.
just aligning priorities. I'm gonna deal with my rat. I asked the bartender if he has like some butcher paper or something.
Can you please make a charm roll
Okay.
or persuade?
I gave myself none of these skills.
Maybe fast talk.
I will. Oh, I
know
did
you-
give
yeah.
myself fast talk.
Uh-huh.
Okay. If I spend 8, I can fast talk them into it, and I will. I
Oh
need
my
this
God.
butcher paper. Listen, hey, bartender. No conozco
Hello.
la palabra en
Can I
español.
Oh, I
Por
speak
favor.
English. It's okay.
Oh, great. Do you have something for I like pull open my pocket, but I don't take the rat out in public.
He leans over the
Inside.
bar, and he looks horrified at what he sees in your pocket.
I spent 8 luck. He's horrified.
No, yeah.
You don't
yeah, he's
understand.
horrified.
Where I come from, anything that's smaller than the size of your torso is like a delicacy, and if it's bigger than that, you need to run. Like spiders in
Wordless.
particular. We have spiders bigger than your torso.
He turns around and pulls out a sheet of parchment paper near like the place that has like little baskets for food. He tears off a large piece for you and he hands it over to you.
I pull the rat out and I slap it down onto the counter and I roll it up.
Everyone in this vicinity, I'm gonna say, just kind of takes a jump back and it's like looking and then starts.
It's for
whispering.
pie. Don't worry, it's for pie. It's for pie. Okay. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
So, on the street. Meanwhile, Rosita and Clarín taking a stroll down the dark blue cobblestone streets of Old San Juan. It's late. I think we said about 3 a.m. And Clarín is nursing her Cuba Libre. Oh, we also get to do a little tour of Old San Juan.
Yeah, it's I'll say it's a beautiful city, if you will. Maybe perhaps better than Manhattan. But you didn't hear that from me right now. Exactly. Questions for you.
Yes, I figured you had questions.
You said that you come from a lineage of protectors, am I correct?
See?
And this lineage of protectors seemed to be in pictures on the wall in the hotel.
How did you figure that out?
I'm very handy with a lens, you know.
Okay, so what's your question?
And so my question to you, I need to understand the correlation between the symbol on the bomba picture and this bracelet.
You definitely clock her reaction when she sees you wearing the bracelet. I thought she had lost that.
Evidently she didn't, and thank God I was wearing it because I had an incident earlier.
What did
Just
you
what
see?
led me to you.
She
I
stops
saw-
walking now.
I saw a conquistador in the shadows. And then it turned into this sort of similar looking thing that we saw in the ocean. So if I'm going to help you, if my compatriots and I are going to help you, I need all of the facts.
Yeah. You are lucky you were wearing that bracelet. You saw the conquistador, which means this thing is getting stronger and stronger, and it's using whatever it can to get at us.
What does it mean to see the conquistador?
Claudine walks over to a stoop and sits on it and motions for you to come and join her.
I break out a cigarette. It's gonna be a long one.
Yeah. You have an extra one for me? Thank you.
And I light her cigarette too.
Okay. Okay. So my sister and I, we were taught when we were very little this game. And part of the game was a dance, a song, a chant. But they would only teach it to us like in sections. They would teach us the first part and then the third part and then the second and never do it in order. And then when we turned 16, we learned why. Because we got invited to the ceremony for the first time. And that's when we put the dance together, the game for the first time, in order. Every year, in order to keep that thing at bay, we have to do this ritual. And there's a lot of history behind it. I can tell you the history if you want. But basically, my ancestors, me and my sister's ancestors, it came from them. The conquistador you saw, he's one of my ancestors too. He was really stupid because he made a promise, una promesa, what's the word? There's like a deeper word for like a really big promise.
A pact?
Almost like that. Like, he swore an oath. He took an oath with something. And when he got scared, when he realized what he had done, he couldn't take back that oath he took. And that thing has been after us in the island ever since. So he came to, I mean, I don't even know how many greats, but my great grandmother and my great grandfather, a Taína and a Yoruba man. And together they developed this ritual to protect.
So what happened this year with the ritual?
I think they always assumed we would be able to have kids and continue the line. And for some reason, me and my sister never were able to have kids. And so, you know, I probably should have thought ahead. We probably both should have figured out some other plan, but I think we thought we were indestructible. So Juana, last year, when it was time to do the ritual, this thing lashed out before we were done. We hadn't summoned the protection that we needed, and it got her. This year I've been drinking and been partying, and I have not been dealing with the reality that this needs to be dealt with somehow.
So somebody who claims to be the protector of this island's doing such a good job.
I know, I fucked up. I know. I thought maybe, you know, my sister died, I'm next. What can I do at that point?
You realize this doesn't just affect you, right? That we were called here by Carmen, and now her Theo Raphael is involved, and the hotel is involved, and there's other people that are involved. And yet you decided to sit by and sing your damn songs.
What do you want me to do?
Now you call me the Americana because I turned my back on the island. But it's really you who did.
Do you know how hard it is to have an entire island of people counting on you? And they don't even know?
No, but I'm sure I'm about to find out. So, does your little ritual need just your lineage, or can anybody participate?
I don't know. They always said it was just us.
Were there any other families that were involved with the ritual?
Just us. It was passed down. It was passed down to the oldest daughter and her sisters, if she had any. And that was it.
And you know for sure that you are the only one of your family and that nobody else maybe had left to America.
I mean, as far as I know.
So we're here in a bit of a, as us Americans say, in a pickle here.
Yeah.
We can't do the ritual that's supposed to protect us from this big evil thing. How else are we supposed to accomplish this?
So the ritual, what it does is it summons the ancestors. It summons the Orishas. It summons the Zemis, the Taino gods, and they create this protective force. But it takes more than one person doing the ritual to summon them. So, yeah, if there's a way we can summon them and get that protection, then yeah, we could still save things.
How many does it take?
Me and my sister were doing it.
Clearly that wasn't enough. So how many more do we need?
Well, when I was a kid, let me see, 1, 2. We had, before a lot of our relatives started dying off, we had as many as like 10 people doing it. And then I think when I was like in my early 20s, before my mom passed away, and I think 6. So I should just show you. It's easier to just show you.
Hold that thought real quick, Gladine. I think my compatriots would have much more of an interest in this than typically I would. Considering that I have to save an island here.
Question.
Is Holiday listening?
Is Holiday listening?
Holiday's sitting by herself at wherever the drink area, like looking around, like trying to look like she fits in.
Oh, what's his name? Oh, Casita, listen to me. I'm gonna make you this pie, and you're gonna like it. Trust me. Don't look at it.
How did?
Where's Holiday? Where's Holiday? I gotta find Holiday.
Right people, where are the people? And she's looking around. She's looking for you guys. She knows that Bren is with Rosita. Who the heck is Bren with having a drink with
Cosito.
Cosito, yeah.
The pianist.
And she saw, and she saw the pianist, and she saw Rosita leave with Gladdy. Now, Holiday accepts that there is definitely a deeper connection with Rosita and these people and the culture. So she definitely allows that, but there is a part of her that is jealous that she doesn't have the connection that Rosita has with everyone, but she knows that it's going to be integral to getting to the bottom of things. At the same time, she's like, where are they? So she takes her drink and she walks over to Bryn and she's like, where is Rosita? Shouldn't we go follow her?
In the meantime, when I was talking to Cosita about the rat, did anything happen?
Oh, he's trying to be on board with you. But,
I mean with Holiday.
with Holiday. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. Yes. I was gonna say, Holiday, as you are heading over to Bryn, and just as you reach her and you say that, Bryn, you don't have to roll for this. You actually do notice that there was a smartly dressed gentleman who is heading towards Holiday's table, and then when she abruptly gets up, he kind of like pivots and watches her walk over to you, and now he's standing there awkwardly. He has his hat in his hand, and he's like just like trying to decide what to do, it looks like.
Holiday, did you... There's a man. There's a man. Remember, we said you'd find love once again, as you always do. And you swore you wouldn't, but if you saw the way this man is dressed and he's looking at you...
He's a smartly dressed man.
Very smart.
My hair.
Yeah, don't turn. No, don't turn. Your hair is perfect. Wait, let me... Now it's perfect.
What should I do? Should I
Turn
casually walk
slowly and like flip your hair, even though it's up. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, all right. Then Holly would like to turn and casually sort of saunter toward the gentleman.
I just want you to roll appearance. I just want to see
I just
a little bit
I
of
look like together.
let the die kind of tell us
What's
how
a
this
saunter?
goes. Yeah. What is your
16. 16.
Ooh, that's a really good success. And your let's see. Your appearance is
60. Well,
so you got
made
a hard success on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
So
away from
you-
extreme.
Yeah, not far from an extreme success. You like almost glide over to this handsome gentleman, and now you see he's wearing a dark navy blue pinstripe suit, matching navy fedora, which he's holding in his hand. He's like tall, broad shoulders, probably about 6 feet, which especially in the 1940s, like there weren't as many like tall people, just
right.
in general. So he's like quite tall. In this day and age, his skin is like the color of just like brassy mahogany, just like deep, rich, beautiful sun-kissed skin. His hair is like close shaven, and he just has like he's very dreamy, is what I'm saying.
He's tall, dark, and handsome.
Tall, dark, and handsome, and you slide over there, and he's captivated.
I don't see very many smartly dressed men like you in these parts. So, what is your name and what is your business here on this island?
I'm sorry. I thought you were Puerto Rican. My English is just okay, but I am very intrigued that you sound like you're American.
Oh, yes, I am. And definitely American, but I appreciate your culture. It's beautiful.
You sure you're not?
I'm here visiting. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm here visiting, and it's late at night, and I don't usually stay out this late, but my friends and I decided to extend our evening. Oops, sorry.
Oh,
You know.
do you spill water? Do you spill drink on him?
I almost fell. Yeah, I almost fell out of my chair.
Oh, in real life.
I feel like you got a roll for that.
Oh, man, darn it.
That's some good bleed right there.
24. Oh, okay. 24.
I don't know what you're rolling, but you rolled it.
it.
Yes, great. He says, pareces una boricua. Do you know what that means?
Boricua. It isn't Boricua.
Boricua is
I should
Puerto.
know that.
It means Puerto Rican. Boricua is the Taino name for Puerto Rican, someone from this island.
Boricua, Boreña,
Boricua.
Boricua.
You hear that song echoing in the future.
I myself am not, but one of my friends is, and we are here. We're here for work, but also for pleasure. Lots of pleasure.
Well, that's good to hear.
So you are here just, this is where you live and work, and Holly just sort of takes a seat at his table without being asked if she can.
Well, he was standing there with you, so
Then I sit down and stand right back up again.
Yeah, you sit back down. No, you both sit back down at the table you were sitting at before.
Okay.
And he says, "Yes, I live here. I work here. I have an insurance company. Just our office is down the street."
You sell insurance for like life insurance or business insurance? What type of insurance? Life insurance?
All kinds of insurance, life, home, businesses. It's very boring, I will say. I'm sorry it's not something more exciting, but when I fought in the war and then I wanted something boring after that.
Well, that makes total sense. I mean, you've seen lives being stripped from existence. Of course, you'd want to come home and, do something a little bit more maudlin, I guess, something. So what are you doing here tonight in particular? Are you just hanging out, or are you waiting for someone in particular?
Well, I didn't realize I was waiting for someone until I saw her.
Oh my.
10 out of 10.
I'm sort of like, I try not to get distracted when I'm at work, but of course, sometimes things present themselves. And I don't mean wild rats. Never mind, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Well, here I am presenting myself. If you'd like a diversion from work, just let me know.
Where are you staying? Where's your abode? Where do you live?
I live in Carolina.
Where's that?
It's a part of the city not too far from here.
Okay. Well, perhaps I could take a little reprieve from work. I mean, life is not fun without a little play, is it? Hold on. And Holly would like to say, stand up and say, don't move. And she'll take off to find Bryn to tell her she's leaving with someone she met.
I'm right here. I was watching the whole time. Get it?
Oh, you were?
Yeah. No, I was like staring. It's weird you didn't notice me just staring the whole time. Casito too. Yeah, right? We saw this.
Hey.
High fives all around, yeah.
Okay, so Holly goes back. She's like, when you are done with your drink, perhaps I could fill you in on some of the things that I'm working on, and you might find them interesting. You can tell me more about this island and the things you saw at war. Perhaps we could relax a little more private.
I would love nothing more. And he pulls out a business card and he hands it to you. And on it says, Raúl Colón.
And as like she hears his name in her head, like Raúl Colón, and it's like with like sort of a music playing when she hears his name in her head, and she takes the card and just puts it in her pocket, and it falls to the floor because she doesn't have any pockets.
Oh no!
So she bends down to pick it up.
He also bends down to pick it up for you. And let's say you bump heads, rom-com style.
Could I enter in at this moment?
Yeah.
Excellent. I take out my cigarette. Her name is Holiday Shoe. She's staying in room 43 or 17, sorry, at the hotel. What was the hotel name again?
Corazón del Mar.
at the hotel, Corazon del Mar. So she'll be there all day tomorrow, probably fixing her hair, reading a book. So enjoy your evening. Holiday, come on.
Before you go, con permiso, if I can say, Holiday, Miss Holiday, I would love to take you out to dinner tomorrow night. Or tonight, because it's already tomorrow.
Well, and Holiday looks at Rosita and says, this is, of course, one of my compadres who will be killed tonight dead later on. So perhaps...
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, I'm just getting ahead of myself.
Oh, is that a joke?
She looks at Rosita and she's like...
Okay.
It's a joke we both have together. She threatens me with poison, and I threaten her with the knife that I have. It's fine.
You ladies are very funny.
Somebody was like, what? Never mind. I would love to have dinner with you. Regardless, I will have a different shirt on. I would love to. Perhaps, definitely. Of course.
Well,
Bren sneaks up. If you want, I could prepare a private meal for you two.
I have a place in mind.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no,
Thank
it's
you.
fine. I'll be making something at the hotel. But yeah, just miss out. It's fine. I'll make it for you another time holiday.
What was the time that you guys were setting up?
Is 6 p.m. all right? Or maybe let's do 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is a better time.
Oh, because it's perfect for nightcaps and things of that nature. Ladies, is 8 o'clock okay?
You do you.
We'll try to make it okay for you.
I'm fully in favor. You're so tall.
Out of curiosity, Mr. What was his name again?
Colon. Raúl Colon.
Colon. So a couple of things. Will you be picking her up? What kind of car do you drive? Are you going to bring her flowers?
Oh,
Rosita, you're good at this.
I didn't want to spoil the surprise, but yes, I was going to bring her flowers. Now I'll have to think of another gift on top of that. And
Were you also going to bring her chocolates? And maybe fish?
do you like chocolates and fish?
I do, but not together.
I was
think it's
thinking like the
time for
more
a
things...
nap.
The more things that I say, the more he's going to have to do one on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Colon, just so you're aware, you can probably tell by most of our accents, we are from America. So, if there's any sort of
I don't know if our accents would tell you that.
Well, this one's from somewhere else. It's fine. But if there's any sort of long-term idea that you have, you might want to get it out quick because we're not here long.
I will keep that in mind.
Good.
Thank
Alright.
you.
Happy to hear that.
I don't want to detain you any longer, but I will be by the Hotel Corazon del Mar at 8 p.m. And farewell to you all. He takes he puts his hand out for your right hand, and of course he bends down and kisses your hand. And then he says, "Good night. You ladies stay safe. Don't kill each other." And he walks off into the night.
You're both dead.
Hate to see you go, but love to watch you walk away. I've seen someone wear a hat look quite like that.
Both dead.
How am I dead? I was the one who secured you your date, your time, and what he was picking you up in and what kind of gift he was giving you. You would have never done that.
Yeah, no, I was cheering loudly from across the bar. I don't know if you know that.
All right. I guess I would not have asked for a gift at all, so I appreciate that. But you, Bryn, with offering a wild rat for dinner, what is wrong with you?
I
mean, it wasn't a
never
rat,
even
but
said
it
I was going to be rat.
Oh,
How'd you know?
We need to go return back to Clarín. I've got information that if you want to get on that date at 8 o'clock,
Yes.
we should probably get on to doing this.
All right.
all right, let's do it. Because I'm not missing my date.
I feel like I'm almost like a new me. I've been up drinking so long that it's almost like I'm wide awake first thing in the morning again.
I just lead the
No.
Like 4 a.m.
Leading them away from the bar. Yeah, it probably is like 4 a.m. now after at this point. So, Rosita, you're heading back to the hotel with Claudine and your crew?
Yep.
Okay. So Claudine also, as you were walking away from the bar, she's like said her goodbyes to her friends there and the band members. And she's like, okay, see you tomorrow for work. Okay, bye. Walks down the street with the three of you back to the hotel. And she says to you, Rosita, she says, so how much do they know about all this?
Just about as much as I told you.
Okay.
You could
And then-
TLDR us.
Yeah, I was going to say, Claudine basically does TLDR the both of you on what she has told Rosita up to this point.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So you're saying, like, you don't even know specifically if it has to be of the bloodline to call your ancestors? Like, I bet Carmen's a really good dancer. She's got some swagger.
I mean,
She does.
that would be great if it doesn't have to be part of our bloodline. That's what my family said all these years, but I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
Was it always the women, or was it everyone?
Good question.
It was everyone, but the women are the kind of like the spiritual leaders of the whole process.
I have a question for you, and this might be coming out of left field and a little ahead of ourselves. But usually, when something is discovered or figured out, there's something that's always sacrificed in the process. So my question is, what is the payout? Like, what is going to be taken once we've... I'm probably ahead of myself, though.
I don't know. Last year when we did the ritual, Juana was hurt by the thing. It lashed out, but we were able to finish the ritual, and then she died after. So this is the first year that it's just me who knows the ritual. So I don't know what will be taken because we've never failed this. Last year was close, but we still pulled it off.
So what you're saying is, a dance that took you your entire adolescence to learn, we've got to learn in 2 days. We're gonna need some more rum.
And maybe some breakfast at some point. But first,
I could cook breakfast.
with that on the I could cook breakfast, we're gonna cut ahead to back to the hotel. Claudine has led you down. Okay, let me try to describe this. So remember the terrace, how I described it? It's like 60 feet up from the beach. And the beach is a bit rocky, but there is some sand down there as well.
Mm-hmm.
She takes you, instead of going up the driveway to the entrance of the hotel, which is on the other side from the terrace. Sorry, I'm describing this backwards. But instead of taking you through the hotel, she actually takes you to the side, past some shrubbery and things. There's a little garden path for the gardeners and people to come and water and tend to the bushes. She takes you down this little path along the side of the building towards the ocean. And then it dips down, and this small little footpath turns into these small stone steps. And so single file, you follow her down to the beach, down these steps. And so now you're standing on the beach, and she points, and you look back at the terrace, the wall face of the terrace.
Yeah.
And you see a small little entrance there.
Where
And
did
she
that come
says,
from?
is anyone... What's that?
Where did that
Where's
come
the-
from?
Are you asking in character or...
Yes, in character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's been there a long time, I can assure you. You may not have noticed because, well, most people don't really think to look in this direction from the beach. You're always looking at the ocean. Also, when the tide comes in, it partially gets, covered. It doesn't look like an entrance all the time, is what I'm saying.
Can I use natural world to see how far from the tide being high we are?
Yes, you can.
18. That's a hard, extreme success, I think.
Great. Yes. Okay, so from what I
Just
remember
hard.
about tides, the high tide comes in at night or like late afternoon, night, and then it goes back out in the morning. So this is morning. So I'm going to say that the tide has been retreating and the entrance is mostly uncovered. You might have to walk in like a few inches of water if you go into this entrance with Claudine.
I just want to make
But-
sure, just by watching it for a few minutes, that it's not going up right now at a
That's
fast
right.
rate.
It's not going up for sure. Yeah, and you would know that.
It's safe.
It's safe. Bryn would know. That's right. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Is there another exit to this little room we're going in? This is the only exit entrance. This right here. There's no.
Are you afraid of small places?
I don't particularly like them. However, I'll do whatever the word calls for. I'm just asking, just in case. But
Okay.
I'll go.
Okay. Does anyone have any like light or anything on them? The sun will rise soonish, but we might want to bring something in there.
I have a lighter, but I don't know if that's gonna do anything.
Oh, that's right. She's a lady. Mm.
Claudine pulls out. She's like, I always carry this. Funny enough, my name means light, so.
Or rather, match. My bad.
Yeah.
Claudine pulls out a very small. I'm trying to think of in the 40s what kind of. Oh, you know what? I don't know if it's 40s, but it's one of those. It's maybe like 80s or 60s, but I mean, not 80s, like 70s or 60s. We'll retcon. My dad had one of these old things that was like, I think it's supposed to be pocket size, so it's like the shape of an oversized business card maybe, and it's like a little clunky, but it's like you can like flip a switch basically, and there's a little flashlight on one end. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Awesome.
A little bit.
Yeah.
By the
it
way-
looks like a clunky pocket flashlight.
A Zippo was invented in 1932 by an
Oh, thank
Austrian
you.
man.
Oh.
Nice. All right. So
Nice, okay.
maybe Rosita, you have a Zippo, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So between this little flashlight and the Zippo, you do have some light now. All right. So Claudine says, "Are you ready?"
We'll follow you because you have the light.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she walks up, splashes a little bit in that retreating tide water up over a few rocks and into this little cave.
This is the time when big boots come in handy, Rosa. It's very nice shoes.
I know. And she you see her like walking very daintily, like, trying to mess her shoes up.
Satin.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Claudine says, yeah. But, if we don't figure this out, then a lot of other stuff besides our shoes will get ruined. So,
Absolutely.
so continuing down this natural hallway of a cave, gets darker and darker. You walk down probably another 20, 30 feet before it starts opening up into a few different sections. And to the left, you see a room that when she flashes the light in it, you can see that there's some type of formation in there, some type of natural formation that has lots of like flowers and totems and different things and little pieces of paper and maybe some pictures and stuff. Straight ahead, you see another room that has like what looks like boulders, but they seem to be in the shape of furniture. And then the last room, there's like a formation that comes out of the wall, almost like a shelf, and a couple of small boulder-like things. And then a hole in the ground next to that shelf thing that's kind of like dug out a little bit. She says, "Welcome to a very historical place. Not many tourists, not many people in general get to see this. This is where it all started. My family and this whole thing that has followed us down through this generations. It all started here in this home.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
This was a home? That's not an accent that I was doing.
A little French there. This was a home?
It was definitely
Possessed
Tatiana
into
Black Day
exorcism.
Society was coming out.
Oh, so I see they built the hotel on top of the original home. Oh.
Corazón del
lovely.
Mar.
We had to sell the hotel a little while ago. We've had some illnesses in the family when I was, 20 years ago in my 20s. That's why I'm telling you my whole life history here. But basically, even though we sold the hotel, we obviously have stuck around and no one knows about this down here. They never found it, so we still think of it as ours.
So this is where the ritual happens.
Yeah.
This way you do it.
Have you
Okay.
ever tried to contact your ancestor that made the deal in the first place? Perhaps there's a way to gain back his soul from the monster that took it?
Maybe. I wouldn't even know how to try to do something like that. Is that something you know how to do?
Well, we've certainly read a lot of books collectively about contacting spirits.
Yes.
That would
In
be
finding out. Yeah. I was just saying in finding out what the spirits want. If there are any.
How many days until the ritual must be performed?
well now today is tomorrow, so 2 more days.
So this is every year. It's once a year.
Mhm.
And this is the first year without your sister.
Yeah. June 6th
All right.
every year.
All right.
If you would join me, and Bren sits on the floor next to the circle, the like dugout part, and sits cross-legged and puts her hands out, like to join her.
Oh, she actually reaches down and takes your hand and helps you stand up. It's actually in this room. We have to do it. Sorry, I should have said that before.
No, I mean, like, I thought
This
maybe
is
we
the
could.
kitchen.
Oh, right. Yeah. I knew
You
that.
could pray to the ancestors to make a better rat pie.
Are you making fun of my rat pie?
rat pie?
What?
Are you making fun of my rat pie?
I was
it's
just saying
good.
that you might need to make a prayer for it.
Rosa?
That's why you're kneeling down there, correct?
Yeah. Maybe. But I'm
She's
not.
leading you all while this conversation happens. She's leading you all into the far left room that has that kind of makeshift altar. And by the way, the cave entrance was very small, but now that you're inside, it is more spacious in here. You're not feeling quite as claustrophobic. The ceilings are probably about 8 feet high. Each room is about maybe 20 feet in. No, that's small. 30 feet in circumference.
That's huge.
Who can do their? Yeah, that is huge.
That's a great size.
Okay.
Can the water? I'm guessing because all these artifacts have stayed here, that the water can't reach here. Like maybe it goes up a little.
Right. Yeah. So once you come into the cave, it slightly slopes up, and then you're kind of like on this like level setting where the home is.
Okay, for as long as you can remember, it's only been you and your sister in here, correct? Nobody else?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Does she live here now? I think just from context clues, or this is like just for rituals.
Oh,
Clarine.
yeah. You don't see like a bed that's set up. Yeah, you don't think anyone probably lives here now.
Hmm. I
So
wonder.
I think that perhaps before the ritual, it wouldn't hurt to maybe contact some of your ancestors just for guidance.
okay. Well, the ritual is a way to, it's funny, you're right. Like the ritual is the way to contact them, but there's always been this agreement that we do the ritual to summon them their protection during this time of year, and they know to expect us. But maybe if I start the ritual and then say, "Hi, hold up, wait, we have to talk."
Just out of curiosity, this ritual that we keep talking about, and you said that there was a song that you had to learn in different order. Is it possible for us to hear this song so we know what we're getting into?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's awkward to when you're like asking a friend to do like their profession for you for free. It is a little awkward, but given the circumstances,
Well, I mean, this song isn't like I've never performed it in front of people,
oh,
and it's like more like a chant and with the
And this
dance. So
and this. Okay, so this song will bring forth whatever we're about to go through. Correct. So should we
yeah,
prepare ourselves?
well, it starts the rituals, which summons the Zemi and the Orishas and my ancestors. So
Should
there
we
is a
put the
good
bracelet?
guys. Don't worry.
Okay.
They're like they're just protective spirits. It's that thing out there that's bad.
Okay.
Okay. So she looks down at the ground in front of this altar thing. And by the way, actually go ahead and roll spot hidden. I'll describe some things, but there are some things you might not necessarily just see easily.
I had ooh, do a regular success. Yeah, regular success.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
¿Qué más? ¿Qué más?
you're the only one.
Okay. So Holiday, as you're looking around, you're wondering, is this going to bring the scary thing from the ocean? You actually are looking at the altar and all of the like complex things that are in there. Only you will see that there is this mound at the center of it on the floor. And it looks like a slightly different color from the ground. The ground here is like kind of rocky, very dark, earthy, rocky brown color. This one is lighter in color. Looks like it's probably made from like a mud clay. And it has bits of maybe like some type of natural material like hay or straw or something like that mixed in with it, as well as some herbs. And you would recognize these herbs as like little leaves, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this like strange round object on the ground that you notice at the center of the altar.
Okay, so before we get started, I just wanted to point something out here. Am I looking at some sort of a talisman or something in the middle there? Do you see? And she points right to what you're describing, that little mound that's herb
Oh,
covered. Is this something?
so I've never seen what's under there, but what my mom told me and my sister was that that is the final relic of Fernando Castillo, our ancestor who swore that oath to the thing out there. And so when they created this ritual, they
Mm-hmm.
took this relic from him and covered it with clay and mud and herbs and things, and then created this ritual to protect him and the rest of us. So
this is sort of like I don't want to use a crude word, but plug, or like you don't want to pick it up, or something. I mean, that's all I'm asking.
you wanna dig it up?
kind of.
We are investigators after all. And she looks at Bryn like, we are investigators. Isn't it our job to know every inch of everything we're studying? I don't want to, what's the word? My brain is not working today, ladies.
Exhume?
Thank you. I don't want to, desecrate.
There.
But, I mean, I don't know.
Well, it's just kind of curious what it is, too.
I don't know what it is either. Maybe that would help us figure out a way to...
Maybe there's a clue.
Yeah.
Rosita, you still have the bracelet on? Correct? You still have it on?
Go ahead and roll persuasion, Holiday. Persuade.
Ooh. 68. Boy. Oh no, yeah, that's way because I'm 60 for 60 is nice.
How much luck do you have?
Yeah, you're
25
not too
minus
far.
9.
Oh, right, you're looking.
Just 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you already lost 9.
Yeah, you spent luck
see.
last time. Yeah, oh yeah, 16.
Yeah, should I pull the luck? What do you think?
I don't know. She
yeah,
seemed
nothing
into
else.
it already. She
Is
doesn't
there
need that
any
much
rerolls
convincing.
left over from last game?
Is there any what?
Any
Oh,
rerolls left over from last game?
Oh, good question.
Elisa has
Only
one
she
and
has a
I
reroll.
have one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I'll give it to you. There are no rules here.
Hey!
Only if Keeper says it's okay.
I say it's okay.
Okay.
Sharing is caring.
There you go.
Yay!
Enjoy. And that one was from Critter Nation 3000. Thank you, Critter.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Thank you, Critter.
Nice.
Love
Thank you,
Critter.
Critter.
Okay, so you have
Right.
a reroll. And this doesn't
See.
count as a pushed roll. We already established that.
It's a magical, it never happened roll.
Listen, come on, baby.
Come on.
49,
Oh.
which is, yeah. Okay, so that's an extreme success.
Yay! Well,
Just a regular, I think.
not extreme. Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
no,
a regular.
it's a regular. It's a regular,
But
sorry.
that's good. Yeah, so
Okay.
you succeeded. What do you say? What is this last thing you say that persuades her to do this?
This is the first year without your sister. We have no idea what to expect or what's going to happen. You summoned us all the way from the United States to solve this. I think if you ever had a question, if there was ever a time to do something that you're scared of, the time is now. So.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Yeah, we need to just try everything we can. We've been doing this a certain way, but things have to change, you know? Okay. She walks over to the mound. Before I tell you this part, there's a part I forgot to describe to you. While Holiday was noticing the mound, the two of you, and everyone actually would have noticed this just from looking more deeply at the room. You see that the stone ground, mostly stone with some dirt on top, has an impression rubbed into it from feet, generations of feet wearing away. And it is in the shape of that diamond, roughly shaped diamond shark fish.
We keep seeing that symbol everywhere. Well, you guys see the symbol everywhere.
This is where they've performed the dance for hundreds of years. This is a beautiful thing to behold. A family protecting their island. She sort of just touches the ground.
Gladine smiles at that.
Rosita is just like wiping away a tear, kind of just nonchalantly, like not showing people she's crying.
All right, ladies, this is what we came here to do. So whatever happens from this point forward, we got this.
I've always lived every day like it was my last.
I'm just excited to find out what's causing this mess.
Gladine kneels down in front of the mound. And she says, does anyone have something I can, like, dig with?
Oh, use my knife.
I
Yes!
was gonna say.
Oh, let me just wipe off that red blood. Don't worry about that.
Thank you.
Mm.
She gingerly starts to carve around like the bottom of the mound, still like kind of, gently doing, because she doesn't know what's under there, doesn't want to disturb it or damage it. Finally, a crack starts to form, and she puts in the dome part. She puts the knife in, cracks it open, and you can see the like caked, dried out mud clay crumbling away as she like chips away at it with the knife. She puts her fingertips in, opens it, like cracks it like an egg, and you see the dark color of a conquistador's hat.
Holiday looks at Rosita.
I don't think this is really a good idea anymore. That might be the thing that they are probably doing the ritual around to keep him away.
Here's what I think. I think this is the last time you'll need to perform this ritual, Clarine. I think we will banish whatever creature is threatening you, and you won't have to live in fear anymore. And this is key to doing it.
Clarine looks down at the hat, and you sense this intensity as she reaches her hand into the crack and touches the hat. And you see her just like heaving, and you think maybe she's frightened or something from her body language. And then
I grab Rosita's arm and I put her bracelet in her hand up against Clarine.
She slumps to the side onto the ground. And that's where we will end our session today.
You're evil.
You're actually evil. Everyone, blame Eric Campbell, because that's who I sat at a table with for a year before I started GMing, and he always does cliffhangers, and I can't not do cliffhangers.
You gotta do cliffhangers.
It's his fault.
Well, huge thanks to Eric Campbell. Huge thanks to Chaosium. Thank you so much for sponsoring this stream. If y'all want to join us for a little after show, head on over to patreon.com/goodtimesociety.
Yes, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yes,
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, we'll see you next week for the final session of the Calyx Embrujado.